Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Good Sunday morning to everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. It is chilly here. It's like 30-something this morning when I went to a walk. Peanut, Fred and Lisa, good morning. Fred and Lisa said, how's Peanut? Peanut's doing well. Thank you so much. It has been 5 months yesterday that she tore her Achilles 2 days ago on Halloween. So she's doing well. Still, slow and steady, but doing well. She's crazy. So it's a good thing. Katie Myers, good morning to you. Hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Michelle, hope you are having a wonderful weekend as well. We did get an update. I just wanted to let everybody know. Your names with your name showing up goofy on YouTube, that is a YouTube change that they made. So YouTube apparently was having some issues with people's names and people doing out-of-pocket things and stealing people's identities. So, for instance, like you could have the name like Michelle Parks, just Michelle Parks, right? And you could change your name to Royal Caribbean, and you were allowed to do that. It would show up as Royal Caribbean, and people were scamming people. So of course we can't have nice. That's why we can't have nice things. So they changed it so that you obviously it would use your handle. So you can change your handle to whatever you want it to be, your name if you would like. But as you see here with Michelle's, it's probably going to add some numbers to it. But just so you're aware, that's why that was going on. Kathy and Tim, good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Also, Kathy and Tim tried to do some stuff on MSC yesterday. Just wanted to let everybody know, MSC seems to be having an issue with their website. That is not particularly new news. It's not the best. But I went for our group cruise that we're having for AJ's birthday. We're going to purchase cabanas for Ocean Key for everybody. So we're going to have like 2 or 3 cabanas. I think we're having 3 cabanas. So everybody has someplace to go in the morning at Ocean Key. When you get off the ship, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to get tents or umbrellas or anything like that. We'll have a few cabanas for everybody to hang out in. And I tried to purchase a cabana. It went through. The purchase went through, and it doesn't show up. It shows up as an overpayment in my account now, which is a nightmare. So I called to fix that. Kathy and Tim tried to buy some things this week, and theirs didn't work. AJ tried to pay for specialty dining for one of her clients, and it didn't go through. So just so you know, they're working on it. There's something going on. If there was a sale, I will call and complain. If anybody had tried to book something and there was a sale, I will call and complain, and we'll get the sale price. Don't worry. Tony C., good morning to you. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Rick, good to see you. Hope you guys are doing well after your cruise. Sandy and Bob, good morning to you guys. Hope you're doing well. Gray Gooser, good morning to you. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Ryan is here. Ryan, good morning. Is it November 5th yet? It is close, Ryan. You have 3 days. So close. I want it to be December 5th so we can go on our next cruise. But don't rush time. Time goes by way too fast, especially as we get older. Ashley, good morning to you. Hope you are doing well. Here we go. I forget what everybody's names are. M. Shaw 2023. Good morning. Had a blast on World America. Came home sick. Headed to the doctor later today. It's a very popular thing. It's what happens on a lot of cruises now. I reach out to a lot of my clients when they get back, and I say, hey, how was everything on your cruise? And invariably, a lot of people write back, hey, it was good, but I got COVID, or hey, it was good, but I got the flu. Hey, it was good, but I got whatever else. You're not the only ones. Don't worry. It's happening to a lot of people. I have a real secret for this. I don't talk to anybody. I talk to people, but generally speaking, so this is one of my things why, so Judy and I, when we were on Wonder, so if you ever see me do video of like big events that are going on, like the Glow Party or something on the promenade, I'm always doing video from afar. I will do video from like a deck up or from further away or whatever it is. I think this is it. I think you tend to get sick when you're in these giant, like we were watching the one of the decades parties on the promenade, and you're just packed in the promenade with like 3,000 other people. And people don't care that they're sick. They won't just not come down and party. They'll just still party. or sometimes, we'll give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes you don't realize you're sick, but it happens a lot. I'm sorry that you're sick. It's terrible. This is why I avoid people. Katie Meyer said, good morning. 2 more weeks until ABC cruise on Silhouette. I can't wait for you to do that. It's awesome. ABC, one of my favorite cruises. That is awesome. Anita and Brian, good morning, John and AJ. It's just John today. AJ is off in the sunset. She doesn't do these Sunday morning ones. She is home probably recovering from trick-or-treating with her son. Tim McNeil, good morning to you. Hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Jimmy C said, good morning. Wife researching anything going out of New York City. There are a lot. Look, there's a lot of cruises, even though Brooklyn's going away for a little while anyway. And there's no update on that. I talked to my MSC rep, and she lives in the area. So she wants something to be going out of this area. There's no news on that yet. But look, the bright side of that is Norwegian has a lot of cruises going out of Manhattan, and they have a lot of nice ships going out of Manhattan. And you can find some good deals. You can still find some good things. Even out of Bayonne, we have a lot of great opportunities and ships. And now Philly, so it's not too far, It's not too far. You just take the train, come hang out with us out down here in Philly. The Murphys are here. Good morning to you guys. Hope you're doing well. Anita and Brian said 48 days till their Christmas cruise. That's fantastic. Can't wait for you guys to do your yacht club. It's going to be amazing. DC from the Cruise Tubers. Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are doing well this morning. Kevin and Carrie Ann said, good morning from Kevin and Carrie Ann. Sorry about the scare this morning. Yeah, for some reason I went into your booking. It showed up. I forgot to change something on my end, so it showed up that you guys were leaving this morning, but I knew that it was changed. So I went in just to verify the date, and there must have been a glitch in the Royal system, and it showed that your final payment wasn't made, and I almost had a stroke because it said it was due, like 5 days ago. Just things happen sometimes in the morning. It's been a crazy weekend. Kevin and Carrie Ann, 20 days until the World America and Wedding Cruise. Can't wait for you guys. I hope you have such a wonderful time. It's been a lot. I did talk to my rep. I did send over the request for specialty dining for you guys. It's exactly what we thought. She's going to do whatever she can do to make that happen, at least to get you all in there at the same time, even if it might not be like a giant table or something like that, which is really tough. We were on Wonder, and I'll talk about this when I do my debrief and all, which will be coming up in a few weeks after I get through all the Joy stuff. But for some reason, Judy, generally I do early dinner, right? 5:30, 5 o'clock, whatever we can do, because I like to go to the shows. And, it's my life. I'm up early, so I do dinner early. So we were doing the earliest dinner, whether it was 5 or 5:30, I forget what it was. And every single restaurant we went to, the same group of 30 people was at. So day one, we did, God, isn't it crazy? It was like a week ago, and I can't remember what we did on day one. God, it's not fun getting old, people. It's really not fun getting old. Day one, we did 150 Central Park. It was enough time for me to stop sundowning there. So we did 150 Central Park, and there was like a party of 30 in there. And for the most part, they were pretty good. They had a couple infants, which is not a great scenario for specialty dining. But luckily, the kids were good. Second night, we went to dinner, and they were there at the same exact time. It's so weird that we went to Giovanni's on the second night. They showed up there. Third night, we go to Chops. So as we're walking up to Chops, there's like 80 people for this woman's. It was her 60th birthday. First of all, I don't know 80 people. She got 80 people to go on a cruise. Wish we got that booking. So they had a party of 80 in there. So we sit down and we're like, well, at least this time, for some reason, this group of people that was their birthday are not following us this one. And boom, they show up. So there was a party of like 80 in Chops and then a party of 30. And luckily we got there before any of them ordered. So we got our food and everything was great. But anyway, I put in the request for your specialty dining. Kim said, morning all, 3 days until John will give us the NCL scoop. That is correct. 3 days. And so the funniest part of that is, one of our clients sent me a link. We got nailed in like an article. The funniest part of it was they didn't get me on the article. They said it was Alex Yurchek, who's, Alex is one of our subscribers, who said it on the live stream. So maybe I won't get in trouble. But it was in an article that I said something big was coming. Why is anyone watching our live stream? Who's watching this? I got to be careful now. I got to be careful. We don't have that many subscribers. Come on. Of course, Kathy and Tim. My pleasure. DC said, I've heard the NCL news is dropping on November 4th. Technically, it'll probably be on November 4th. It launches on November 5th. Look, it's much nicer if it comes out on the 4th, because then we could talk about it in detail on the live stream, which is going to be on the 5th. So, yeah. So the news that's coming out, the first bit of news that's coming out for Norwegian is not that big of a deal. The second part of the news is going to be a big deal. I don't know when that second part is going to come out. It might come out the same day, but all indications that I've heard is that it's not coming out the same day, but whatever. Lisa said, please don't tell me a lot of people are getting sick. Not good for me, but I'm staying away from it. Yeah, look, I go on a cruise every month, right? Knock on whatever. Not everybody gets sick. It's, it's just like it was any other time. If you're in a group of 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000 or 8,000 people, there's going to be people there that don't care that they're sick and they're hanging out. I see people coughing and sneezing. I get the hell out of there quickly. Remember, I don't take elevators for the most part. I certainly don't take elevators if there's other people in them. That's a big pass. I don't go in the buffet all that much. And I don't hang out in spaces where there are like 2,000 or 3,000 people packed into a space. That's for my own sanity, partially, and partially because I don't want to get sick. I can't afford to be sick. I can't. If I get sick on a cruise, it's going to ruin everything that I'm doing. And it's happened. I've gotten sick. We got COVID in 2022 when we were on Pearl, NCL Pearl. So I do my best to just avoid crowds, stay away from people. For the most part, you can avoid a lot of things. But look, if you're on the cruise and you're having fun, if you go on vacation once a year, live your best life, right? Ryan said, don't talk to anyone. Good to know the secrets. Now I have a legitimate excuse. Yeah, look, I talk to like people that come up to me. Like if somebody comes up to me, like I gave out like 10 or 15 pins on the last 2 cruises. I absolutely will talk to people. But for the most part, I'm fairly introverted. I think most people would think that's pretty surprising, but I'm fairly introverted. I will eat dinner. If I'm by myself, I don't really talk to many people on a cruise. I'm filming and I go to shows by myself. I go to dinner by myself. I wander around and do things. I won't just go up and start talking to people. It's not my personality. If somebody talks to me, I will absolutely talk to them. I just kind of avoid those spaces where it's really crowded. Greg Goose said, looking forward to NCL's new Coke moment. What's old is new again. Yep, it's perfect summation of that. Michael said, good morning from Mike and Teresa. Good morning, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We haven't even gotten any news yet. It's 1:15 already. TWI Prod 002. Start figuring out what everybody's names are again. Heading out on MSC Seashore on December 7th, +3 booked with MSC in 2026. That is awesome. I hope you have a great time on Seashore. I love Seashore. My biggest issue with MSC right now is, as much as I love MSC, and obviously we're on Grandiosa in a few weeks, in a month, and then we are on, I'm on Poesia at some point next year. I run out of ships. I've been on Magnifica. I've been on Divina. I've been on Meraviglia 3 times. I've been on, or Meraviglia twice, 2 or 3 times, whatever. I've been on Seashore. I've been on Seascape. I run out of ships. AJ was on Seaside. So we need ships to switch around. I've been on World America. We need ships to switch around in America so that I can get some new ships. My goal in the next 2 years is to kind of stop repeating. I've been on Joy 3 times in 3 years just because it's the only ships that are here. So I'm running out of ships. So I'm going to start going on some older ships and all, which is great anyway. So we'll be doing that as well. 2 Farts, good morning to you. Hope you're having a great weekend. Thomas said, good morning. 13 days to our Apex cruise. I hope you love Apex. Such a great ship. Sandy said, haven't heard anything about your cruise giveaway to a deserving family. Bob and I would like to donate. Help. Is this happening on Christmas Eve? How can we help? Yes, it is. It's happening on Christmas Eve. One of the dilemmas with doing something like this is I'm a really big proponent, right? So look, it's really hard. I got a really weird comment this week. We did our like top 10 things to do on Aqua. And somebody posted, look, for the most part, all of the feedback we get is pretty great. I get really good feedback. We have great subscribers and people that watch our stuff. It's awesome. So every once in a while we get rogue, mean people, right? It's fine. It's unavoidable when you're on the internet every day. So somebody posted like, ooh, what a disgusting, like another travel agent promo, blah, 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 blah. First of all, my response to that is always, I just, generally I type something mean and then I delete it. Like I don't send it. I just type it out. It makes me feel better. And then I backspace and just say, sorry to enjoy it, whatever it is, right? And my response to that is generally like, look, I pay for these cruises. I'm paying for these cruises out of my pocket. It is not cheap to go on all these cruises. Keep in mind, I'm going on these cruises. I'm paying for AJ, Sarah, flights, hotels, everything. So it's not cheap, first of all. And then I do all the filming, so I have to buy cameras. I have to do all that stuff. And then we post all this stuff. I have to edit all this stuff. It's a ton of work. So yeah, sometimes I will mention we're a travel agency to get business, right? It's their advertising. So it's free. You don't have to pay for it. I'm not giving you 10 things to do because I'm a travel agent. I'm giving you 10 things that I think you should do on Aqua because it's a cool ship. Anyway, that all leads to this. In part of what we're doing, I don't like to publicize if we're doing, when we first started doing it, I was like, okay, we're going to do this thing and we're really not going to ask for help, but we wanted people to nominate people, which is the only reason I brought it up. My thought process with charity and doing cool things like that is we're not going to put them on social media. Like a lot of people do charity and the only reason they're doing charity is to get likes and views and everything else. And that's just not who we are and what we do. We're going to do things, we're going to do them quietly behind the scenes. We're going to try to help as many people as we can help. The only reason I asked about the cruise is because we wanted to get people nominated. Now, there are tons of people who sent us money. I met somebody on a cruise and they gave me a roll of quarters, which is really fun. It's hilarious. They were like, hey, I was going to gamble this money, but I wanted to give it to the person for going on a cruise. That's awesome. So yes, if anybody does want to donate, we will be giving away a free cruise to a deserving family on Christmas Eve. Just know that we are not going to put that on social media. So we're not going to embarrass that family. We're not going to try to promote ourselves by doing that. Like, hey, look at us, we're doing something good. We're just going to do that. But yes, if anybody would like to donate, just contact me. And I would be happy to do that. And we'll share that information with you all when we do it. It's just not going to be on social media. Yes, we will have a special, I'll do a special video for the NCL thing. Again, the first NCL thing is not going to be a huge deal. The second part of it will be a bigger deal. Again, I just am getting myself in more and more trouble. I'm not going to say anything else. Kevin said, thank you for doing that. Yeah, of course. Kim said, good morning. Just 3 days till John will give us the scoop. Here we go. It's so funny. Kevin said, I blame getting sick on the airplanes, not the cruise. That is also a fact. So there is an easy solution to the airplane thing. Here's my solution to you all. Go first class. Book your first class tickets through us. We don't get commission on air. So it's funny, but there's nothing you can do about airplanes. What I will say is, since the pandemic, and I don't wear a mask anymore, right? I just don't do it for no other reason. There's no reason why, but it's the one place I would consider like, hey, should I put like a hazmat suit on? I don't even want to wear a mask. I want to wear a hazmat suit on a plane. Planes are disgusting. So yeah, flying first class would probably help. It's a big help. Glenn Miller 80 said, I'm super excited about my 2027 cruise on NCL Luna. I'm super excited for my cruise on Luna. I cannot wait for Luna. Cheryl McGee, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Cheryl, did you call me this week? I'm having like did I have a stroke this week? Did you call me? Yes, you did. You called me on Friday. Cheryl, I will call you tomorrow. I'm losing my mind. My dad has been in the hospital all weekend, so I'm not going to talk about that. But I've been just a little bit off kilter, so I apologize for that. I'll give you a call tomorrow. TWI Pride said, went on World America back in June. I found the ship very hard to navigate. It doesn't have a flow that Seashore has. Love Seashore. It's way more intimate. Absolutely agree with you there. World America is massive. So, yeah, it's a little different. It's different to get used to. Seashore, Seascape. I love the size of those ships. I love all the amenities. I love everything about them. Those are great, great ships. I loved World America. However, I get where you're coming from. It's definitely crazy. And it's huge. But I'm used to going on Oasis and those ships. So, again, we haven't started news yet. Just so everyone's aware. It's just going to be a fun live stream. Charlie, good morning to you. Again, maybe we'll just keep going. We'll filibuster this until we can give you the NCL cruise news, which is going to be such a letdown after all this pump up of that. Hope you're having a great weekend, Charlie. Jimmy C said, wouldn't mind repeating the Gem for the 4th time. For some reason, one of our favorites. I love the Gem too. I love the Jewel. We'll be going out of the Jewel in Philly. Jimmy, go out and go on the Jewel with us out of Philly in April. Come with us. Come cruise with us. Go in the Haven. Love that you do this. It's fantastic. Into fine art. Oh God, it's so hard trying to remember everybody's names from their handles. God. Everybody tell me your name from your handles, obviously, unless your name's not one of your handles. I think that's Laura. I love you to do this. Fantastic. Thanks so much. Charlie said, have you considered having the same advertisement at the end of each vlog? Like, just a reminder, we're a travel agency. We'd love to help you in the link in the description. That's it for today. Yeah, I do. So we do at the end. If anybody watches to the end of the video, there is a thing that says, like, to book your next cruise, email me. So we generally do it there. And I will bring it up occasionally during the vlog. Again, my goal is not to pound it into your head that we're a travel agency. Obviously, you all know. We talk about it on the live stream and everything else. But we do it occasionally, whatever. Everybody has their thing, right? Everybody has their little thing that they're trying to sell or whatever they're trying to do. Emma Cruises has her like cruise maps thing that she owns now. Everybody's got something. So yeah, look, it's advertising. It's what it is. It's marketing. Hope is here. I know Hope's handle. Good morning, everyone. Sailing on the Majestic Princess and Sun Princess next week. If you have any questions, email me. There you go. You can email Hope at bitesizecruises.com. Ryan said, I still get sick in first class, but at least I enjoy some bubbly and warm hand towels while I do. That's good. Good to know. Ask them if they can just put some like a shield up for you. Make it real first class. Lisa said, people will probably look at me weird on the cruise because I'll be wearing certain things for protection on a cruise. I'm still uncomfortable around people. No, look, have a great time. I am long past the like getting weirded out by people wearing masks and stuff. It doesn't bother me at all. If that makes you feel better about whatever situation you're in, it doesn't bother me. And we still see a lot of people on cruises and on airplanes wearing masks. So I wouldn't feel bad about it at all. You're fine. Tom Murphy said, we have no problem wearing masks on airplanes during boarding when flying first or business class. Once everybody's done boarding, remove them. That's a great idea. That's a great compromise. I feel the same way. I have a mask. I keep like a couple N95s in my bag just in case. So if I'm feeling really weird or if there's somebody around me coughing or something, I have no qualms about putting a mask on. Like I said, I'll put a hazmat suit on. I don't care at all. Thank you so much, Bernie. I appreciate that. Now I just have to remember them all. At least I got Laura right. Laura, I only got that right because I saw your picture. Hope, I know who you are. Yours was easy. Charlie said we would all like to help you. How about something we could share on social media for you? Sure. Thank you so much, Charlie. I really appreciate that. I'll throw something out there for you all. That'd be really great. Jimmy said, Laurie and I gave to the giveaway when you announced it. It's a great idea. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Anita and Brian said, when will they put out the schedule for the new MS World ship? I asked my my rep about it this week. I talked to her on the phone for a long time. We were talking about Brooklyn and everything else. No date yet. Still waiting to get all the info on the ship. They have not picked an itinerary. I'm sure they have, but she has not heard anything yet. So nothing yet. Just so everyone knows. All right, let's do a little bit of cruise news here. It's already 11:30. First bit of cruise news is Jamaica, which got devastated by Hurricane Melissa, is planning to reopen everything by December 15th. Now, take that with a grain of salt. Also, take all the weird things you see on social media with a grain of salt. I talked to a bunch of our leadership at Dream Vacations because we get like some information that comes down from corporate Dream Vacations. And all the footage you're seeing, a lot of it is really sensationalized on all different ends. So if you were south by like Montego Bay and stuff, a lot of things did get hit really hard and they have structural damage. They're going to be closed for a long time. Other places like Ochos Rios and those type of places, Falmouth, are okay. They got hit by a hurricane, of course. There's a lot of mess to clean up and everything is not great, but they're going to be back up and running in the next week or so. The airport, which looks like it was devastated by the videos that people were uploading, that's a very, very small piece of the airport. And the airport will be up and running soon. So just keep that in mind. If you are planning to go on a cruise and you're going to Jamaica, you're probably going to be okay in the next few weeks. But everything is planning to be reopened by December 15th, just so you all know. Next bit of cruise news is there is a floating taco bar called the Lime Out opening next month in St. Thomas, which is out in the ocean, which is pretty cool. And if you get off your cruise ship, you're going to be able to go out and hang out at this floating taco bar in St. Thomas. It is located in Lindbergh Bay. It is 26% larger than the original one that was in St. John. The one in St. John got devastated by a hurricane a few years ago. This was originally called one of the world's greatest places by Time Magazine, the one in St. John, which was awesome if you hadn't been there. This one is going to have signature tacos, fresh cocktails, and a new menu exclusive to their location. It looks really, really fun and cool. All food prep takes place on land, just so everyone is aware of that, to protect the marine environment, and biodegradable materials are used in everything. And that'll be opening next month. So that's really, really, really fun. Laura said, Bob and I would like to help as well. Thank you guys so much. Sandy said, one of my friends wears a mask and a face shield when she flies and people are afraid to sit next to her. I'm not afraid to sit next to anybody who's got a mask on. I feel good about it. I feel like they're at least conscientious about what they're doing. It doesn't bother me at all. Tom said, in most Asian countries, not uncommon to see people wearing masks in public if they're sick. Wish it was more common. I do as well. Or here's another thing. Stay home. I tell everybody here when we're at work, I'm like, if you do not feel well, do not come in. There's no reason to come in. You can work from home. It's fine. It's 1 day, 2 days, whatever it is. The world's not going to end. Work from home. Or take the day off if you're sick, if you're really sick. It's not that big of a deal. Next bit of cruise news. The newest Oasis class ship is being built and it's going to be ready in just a few years. Obviously, Legend's going to be coming out next year. We had Star out, Icon out, Utopia out. Now we have the next Oasis class ship, which is going to be coming out. No name yet. After Utopia got theirs, once Legend comes out, which is an Icon class ship, which will be very different. It will be different from Star and Icon. We talked about it a little bit. Double-decker casino on there. Royal Railway on there, lots of fun things, some upgrades and updates. This new Oasis class ship, they're saying, is going to be different. It's going to have unparalleled experiences, new ways to dine, drink, and celebrate, more and new show-stopping entertainment, and more to be revealed. Who knows what it's going to be called? I don't know. I'm very excited about it. Actually, I'm not that excited about it because I'm not going to be able to afford to go on it for 10 years, but I'm excited about hearing all the things about it. Paulie said, you and I are NCL similar. I just turned Sapphire, was on the Escape 929 cruise right after you. the 12-day one that got changed, and also from South Jersey. Good work on the videos. Thanks so much. I am currently in Pennsauken, so correct. I am in South Jersey at the moment. It's where our office is here in New Jersey. Next up, Norwegian Gem arrived in Jacksonville, became Jacksonville's second cruise ship, which is really fun. They do have a Carnival ship down there as well. Jacksonville, a slightly easier destination to get to up there in northern Florida. So if anybody wants to go on Gem at the moment, it is in Jacksonville. Also, Carnival is going to be adding new home ports for 2027 and 2028. They're going to be sailing out of Adelaide and Auckland, New Zealand. They're going to be sailing out of Melbourne in January and February of 2028 and Sydney year-round, which is really cool, as well as Brisbane. They're going to be going to the Great Barrier Reef, Fiji, Vanuatu, New Caledonia, Phillip Island, and Eden and Tasmania. Very, very cool if you're looking to go to Australia, New Zealand. It's really cool to have more than one or a few cruise lines that are going to be sailing out of there, which is really, really great. Celebrity has said that they have gotten an extraordinary response to their deployments. Everything sold out almost immediately for river cruising. They're going to have 2 ships debut in 2027 and another 8 in the next couple of years. In other news, continue to buy Royal Caribbean stock. Just keep shooting up. Cruise Tubers switched to their other account. Hey guys, how are you? 28 days until their NCL Prima cruise. That is awesome. I hope you guys like Prima. Not my favorite ship. Not the worst ship I've ever been on, but I don't like some of the configuration, but it's okay. Kathy said, Gem should go from Jacksonville to Bermuda. You know what's funny? I'm not sure what the itineraries are on Gem. I haven't booked anybody on Gem in a while. Let's look. Let's look together. Let's find out. I'll log in. Well, I'll do that. We'll cover one more thing. Another piece of good news for New York, not for Brooklyn, but for New York, is the city is betting on bigger cruise ships, and they are planning on extending the piers into Hudson. This is really, really good news if you enjoy cruising out of New York. I don't particularly love cruising out of New York. It's a little bit difficult to get into. Brooklyn, I don't mind. I definitely don't mind Bayonne. It's very easy. It's like an hour and 5 minutes door to door for me to get to Bayonne. But cruising out of Manhattan, obviously, it's slightly inconvenient because you have to get into the city. It's not easy to park there. It's very expensive. So I generally take NJ Transit, which is not a terrible experience most days. And then I just walk down from the terminal. So let's check out the Gem. I have 2 or 3 more cruise news things for today. Let's see, Gem. They're doing Bahamas and Great Stirrup Cay right now. They're doing an 11-day, which is Grand Bahama, Puerto Plata, Tortola, St. John, St. Kitts, San Juan, Great Stirrup Cay. That is an awesome itinerary. Cruise Tubers said Jersey here also. Where are you guys at, Cruise Tubers? What part of Jersey are you guys in? Yeah, for the most part. They're not doing, I mean, nobody's really doing Bermuda right now, but we're out of Bermuda season. I agree with you, though. It'd be great. Next bit of cruise news, we talked a little bit about it on Wednesday. Royal Caribbean has announced a new private destination, the Royal Beach Club Santorini, which is going to open in 2026, which is crazy. It is going to be on the island's southern coast of Santorini. No new construction will take place. There is an existing beach club there. It's just going to be renovated, and the amenities are going to be upgraded. They're going to follow strict environmental protocols to meet or exceed all local regulatory requirements. It is aiming to manage crowds and help alleviate the congestion across the popular Greek island. Really, really, really awesome. You'll be able to go from Oya, Fira, or the beach club, and you will be able to do a bunch of different fun things there. Royal Caribbean is not messing around with these itineraries. Oh, you guys are near, oh, Paulie's near Atlantic City. That's awesome. Yeah, cruise port in Atlantic City. I'm in. Sign me up for that. That'd be fantastic. I'll do that. Two more cruise news stories. One is that Royal Caribbean Group teased the new points choice enhancement to the loyalty program. I don't know exactly when this is going to start. They said early in 2026. So you're going to be able to pick whatever you want your points to go to, which I think is really cool. So we'll see what happens with that and when that comes out. And then that is it. MSC Magnifica has begun its refurbishment in Malta. That will be done in a few weeks. And it is the first of the two Musica class ships due to enter dry dock for upgrades. They're adding 63 new suites, adding Butcher's Cut, Kaito's Sushi Bar, upgrading the spa and a barber shop, workout studios, supposed to be completed in December. Poesia will then enter the dry dock in February to get her upgrades, which is going to be the new suites for the Yacht Club and All-Star Sports Bar, plus all the same upgrades that are coming to Magnifica. She will be ready for her Alaska debut in May, and then I will be on that ship in August at some point. So there you go. That is our cruise news for today. Ryan said, I'm over the Bahamas, still better than being home. I'm seriously running out of things to do, especially Grand Bahama. I stay on the ships now. Yeah, no, look, it's going to be all private islands soon. I mean, look at what Royal's doing. They're going to have 5 or 6 of these beach clubs and perfect days. You're going to have Perfect Day Mexico, Perfect Day Coco Key, Labadee if that ever reopens. You're going to have Beach Club in the Bahamas, Beach Club in Cozumel. Yeah. Beach Club in Santorini. La Lipa, which is over there in the South Pacific. You're going to have all these other things going on. So you're going to see this like very, very much curated thing coming along, which I like. But again, right, there has to be options. So we're going to have some options. Paulie said, glad you gave me the idea to take the train up to New York. I parked at Metro Park and could not have been easier. Yeah, I park at Hamilton. So I just drive to Hamilton. Trenton's a little sketch, so I don't park in Trenton. But I drive to Hamilton. It's only about 25, 30 minutes from my house. And it's cheap. I think it's like $11 a day to park at Hamilton rather than driving into New York, which is insane, way more expensive. And then I just take NJ Transit from Hamilton to Penn Station. It's never terrible, usually. And then I walk, and unless it's raining. And it's great. Cruise Tuber said, we are near Six Flags, but we used to live in Ewing. That's awesome. That's where Judy lives in Ewing. So she's in Ewing. She is a professor over there in Ewing. So, and a college administrator. So that's awesome. Everybody's close. That's so fun. All right, everyone. Hope you have this was a long cruise news this morning. It took us a long time to get into the cruise news. Everyone have an enjoyable rest of your Sunday. I hope your football teams do well. The Eagles, the world champion, Super Bowl champion Eagles, are off this week. So we are relaxing. Hope your football teams do well. Congratulations to the Dodgers. Probably one of the best Game 7s or baseball games I've ever seen in my life last night. Craziness. That was amazing. I don't particularly like the Dodgers, but two World Series in a row, it's pretty amazing. So everybody enjoy your football Sunday, and we'll see everybody Wednesday for some Norwegian news. Could be way, way less impressive than you ever thought. But we'll talk about the new Norwegian stuff on Wednesday. We'll hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. We'll see everybody. Bye.